A very good morning, children. Today we are going to study the same chapter, that is towards green energy. It is the chapter 5 of Science 2. So, here I will see the solar thermal power plant, but before that, we will recall what we have studied in previous lectures. In previous lectures, you have studied the different topics under this, as what is the energy, then you have studied that how the renewable sources of the energy are there, then use of the various energy sources, then generation of electrical energy, as well as the process of generation of electricity and how it affect to the environment. For the generation of electricity, we have seen different types of the plants are there, as the hydroelectric power plant is there, nuclear power plant is there, different type of the power plant are there, which are based on different sources of energy, as well as we have studied the thermal power plant, in that the coal is used. So different type of the power plants are there that we are using to generate the electrical energy. Today we will see the generation of electricity using the solar energy. Here two methods are there for the generation of electrical energy. In the first method, we have to see, children, that we don't use any source of the uh, energy, like in other this thing other plant, we have seen that we are using the sources as coal, nuclear substance as plutonium, etc. But here we will see that we will not use any other source, we will use only solar radiation. And as well as we will not follow the here the principle of electromagnetic induction is also not used, only the solar radiation are used, and that energy is trapped by the photovoltaic cell. This photovoltaic cell convert the solar energy directly into the electrical energy. Second method, we can see that the energy in the solar radiation is converted into thermal energy first, and then a turbine generator system is driven using the thermal energy to generate the electricity. So this way we can see that different method, especially two methods are there to generate the electrical energy from the solar energy. So let us see that in previous lecture what we have studied, children, that I'll show you. Here I will show you, children, this is energy from the sunlight, it is coming. It is the schematic of solar photovoltaic station. Here the energy from the light, it is coming, it is going, and it is absorbed by the solar panel. These all are the solar panel, you can see here. Here it is absorbed, and further it is formed in the form of DC current or direct current. Here, so this way they are making the solar array. The solar panel are arranged in series form. This is the series form, and as well as they are arranged in the parallel form. This is the parallel form. So when they are arranged in series as well as in connected in parallel form, then it is forming a solar array. Then with the help of the inverter, we can see here that this DC is changed to the AC current or alternating current. Further, it goes to the power grid. From there, it is supplied for the domestic purpose as well as in the industries also for the industrial purpose. So this is the use of this, as well as this whatever solar energy is generated, that is in the DC form. DC mean direct current form. So the appliances or the applications which need the DC power, they are just running on this, like electric bulb, that is light emitting diode, in short we can say LED. So that can function directly by using this electrical energy, but this energy is for certain time. Solar energy is during daytime only, so this sunlight is trapped and it is stored in the batteries, so that later on it can be used, children. Now here we will see that we can see that many solar panels can be connected together to generate the whatever energy we need. So This is forming a solar array. Now, the DC power which is generated from these panels is first converted to the AC power. And for that conversion, one device is there that is called the transformer. A transformer transforms the voltage and current level of the generated power, and then it is fed to the distribution of the network. Wherever it is needed, there it is fed. Schematic diagram of solar photovoltaic power station already I explained you. In this way we can see that electricity which is generated without using any fuel, that is 100% clean and it is eco-friendly, and as well it does not cause any air pollution. So we can see that this energy that we are generating from the solar energy, that is eco-friendly, cheap, as well as 100% clean, so it does not cause any air pollution. That is the advantage. Now what is disadvantage? That these solar radiations are available during the daytime only, so electricity can be generated during the daytime. This is the disadvantage only. Now let us show you one flow chart is there. We are starting with the solar thermal power plant. Here we can see this is the solar thermal power plant. We are starting with this. We will see that thermal energy generated from coal and nuclear fuel that can be used to generate electricity. But here we are not using such things. So solar radiation can generate the electricity which is very clean, and this is used for the electrical production. Now different stages are there for this. First is the concentrator for collecting the sunlight. Concentrated mean all the radiation of the solar energy are concentrated to one place. After that it is absorbed by the absorber. So this is the second step where it is absorbed by the absorber and absorbing the concentrated sunlight. Now let us see here. It moves when they absorb the sunlight, then the water what is there, that is get heated and steam is formed. Then it moves to the steam turbine. Further that steam turbine moves to the electric generator, and ultimately electric energy is formed. So this way we can see, children, here that different stages in the solar thermal power plant are there. Now let us show you here how this reflector work. Here we can see this is the solar energy. We can see here many reflector reflect the concentrate solar radiation on the absorber, and their solar energy is converted to the heat energy. Using this heat energy, the steam is generated that drives the turbine and generator. So first let me show you, these are the reflector. Here you can see here these are the reflector. This sunlight from the sun, it is falling on the reflector. This reflector reflect the sunlight this way. Then it is absorbed by the absorber. Here you can see absorber. Then here in these tubes the flow of hot water is taking place. This is hot water is taking place. From here the water is going, it is heated by solar radiation, and then it is going in the form of the steam. Now let us see here in this figure. We will see that how these are the solar panel, children. These are the solar panel. This all here the tubes are there, in that the water is running. This is the sun solar energy. Solar energy fall on this solar panel. Here it fall on the solar panel. Here it fall on the solar panel. Then whatever the water is there inside that will get heated. Here is the water. It with the blue I am showing so that you can understand. This get heated. It goes from here. Then here it is forming the steam due to the radiation of the sun. Then this steam moves to the turbine. Ultimately this turbine moves to the generator, children. and after this formation of electrical energy, when it moves to the generator, the electrical energy will be generated. Then it goes to the cooling condenser, where condenser, why it is, because it is in the form of the steam, so that changed to the water. Then it goes to the condenser, ultimately again it goes to the in the water form, again it goes to the system. So this way we can see here that it is a schematic of the power plant, or it is schematic of the solar thermal power plant. Now we will see, children, that how the generation of the now we will see, children, how the generation of the energy sources for the electrical power generation is there. Now here this is the coal. So that coal is generating, with the help of the coal, how much generation in the world it take place? 41% of electrical power generation takes place in the world, and 60% in the India. Now second one is the natural gas. So here, with the help of this, in the world, how much generation of electricity takes place? 22%, while in India it takes place 8%. Then with the help of the hydroelectric power station, how much generation takes place? 16, and in India it takes 14% only. While in case of the nuclear energy, it takes place how much? 11% in the world and 2% in the India. Now with the help of petroleum, it is 4% in world and 0.3% in India. Now we'll see with the renewable sources of energy like the wind, solar energy, etc. So it is 6% in the world and 15.7% in the India. So this way this chapter is over, children, here, and I hope you might have understood properly, and you have to learn it. Whatever the important point I have underlined, that you have to write in your one long notebook, and during the exam you have to study thoroughly those points. As well as I already told you that you have to make a chart, in that all the diagrams you draw according to the chapter, and that you put in your study room, so that every day you see the diagram, labeling of the diagram, it will be forever in your mind. For science 1 you can make one more chart, in that you write all the formulas, laws, etc., and that also every day you can revise. So these are the method by which you can score more marks. During the exam time you have to revise first these points, and after that whatever time is left, that time you study the lesson thoroughly. When you will study the lesson thoroughly, then everything will come in your mind, because mugging up the answers only, it will not do for you. You are in 10th standard now, children. You have to study thoroughly, complete lesson, and if any doubt is there you can ask me. Okay, so learn nicely, and try to score maximum marks in the exam. Thank you, children.